All right, guys. So let's do let's see if we can make a video where you're not having to work out direction. I know Stephanie's struggling with getting direction wrong. I know you can get direction wrong on the 1 hour orange line, right? It can go either way. Okay, so I think that there is a way to trade this way. You don't really have to worry too much about the LTs. But I will say this, guys, right? It's no coincidence that Hans hasn't lost a day in over 2 weeks now. It's no coincidence, right, that since he reverted to using the LTs for direction, the golden ticket basically, right, it's no coincidence that he hasn't lost a day in 2 weeks, in over 2 weeks. All right, this is why he's doing so well at the moment, right? So what we'll do here is we're going to look at the HA Blues. All right, I'm going to look at 3 recordings, including Friday. Cheers, BT, for putting these recordings up again, mate. Right, so we're going to, just look at a few recordings. In particular, like when you come in the room and we're at possible turning points. The way I think members should use the HA Blue, this is the way I think you should use them. Okay, at turning points, right? That's when they work really well, as with the 5-minute whites, right? But because it's the 1 minute time frame, the HA charts are a 1 minute time frame, right? They are there before the 5-minute whites, usually. Okay, right, so here's something that would perplex quite a lot of you. Right, when you come in the room, well, prior to 9 o'clock for one, right? If you're ever unsure, you just wait till 9, because they bring candles here, new candle on the 8 for 1 hour, and these 3 here, all right? But, a lot of people would have looked at this. Stephanie, you would have looked at this and said, oh, it just looks mega up. Okay, whereas I'm thinking it's done its job and broke the 8-hour BB band, daily on its line, it's down. It's going to reverse. That's what I'm thinking. I know you'd be thinking, oh, so maybe, Stephanie, you would be confused here. Okay, you get direction wrong, let's say. Okay, so what you can do, Stephanie, right, and everybody, guys, I'm talking to everybody here, by the way, is to use the HA Blue, right? And we're going to use it 2 ways, right? First of all, you're going to use it as a direct entry signal, right? But here's the thing: if you're going to use it directly, if you see that blue, and you're going to use it directly, because they don't appear on the correct HABB bands, right? Sometimes they appear on the opposite HABB bands, and you know that when you're on the bottom HABB band, you shouldn't be selling, and when you're on the top HABB band, you shouldn't be buying, right? But it is about momentum. All right, so a direct blue appears and you're getting momentum, fine, get in. Okay, if the momentum's against you, wait for the pullback and then wait for momentum. Okay, to go with the blue. All right, but also at turning points like this is possible turning point, right? Massive possible turning point. Okay, so what you would do is with the blue here, right, is use the HA whites against the HA blue as your stop loss. So any potential first few trades you take, right, could have a minimal loss. All right, you might lose a couple of pips. You're never gonna lose if you do it this way, Stephanie, Sarge, guys, Giant. You're never gonna lose a 10 pipper. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. All right, so let's crack on. Let's see if we can get just past 9 o'clock first of all. Oops, not good enough. Right, so there we go. We're just past 9 o'clock anyway. Look, these appeared. Right. So, okay, Steph. Right, we've seen this before and we've seen them disappear. Yes, I know this is what catches a few people out. It caught people out on the Friday session, which I'll show you again. You know, I'm going to put that one on again. Thanks to BT for putting it up. Right, the Friday session, right, and then they disappeared, didn't they? And the GU carried on going down because there was a bias up. Okay. Anyway, so what you're doing is you're looking for the HA blue. Guys, you're gonna have a period where it's like this. Alright, it's unavoidable, right? So I'll just show you this before we actually move on. Okay. The blue here saying down. Okay. When did it appear? Did it appear? Did you have red momentum? Or was it green? Right, because this shot up straight away here. So if this appears and then that flashes green, don't directly get in directly. Sorry, don't get in directly with the HA blue. Wait for the pullback and then get in. Now you can use momentum or HA signals for your entry. Okay, Steph, I know you don't like the HA charts, darling, but it really is simple. Signals or momentum to go with it. All right. Some of you like Lippy will probably be thinking, oh, it gets back in here, momentum. Then I'll go with it. Okay. I mean, you can see quite clearly here. You had your big move down with the blue. There's some kind of news at 8:30. Well, I don't know when it was actually. Could have been way before. Yeah, yeah, it's before 8:30. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, right, but then it pulls back. There was no new blue, so you were down here. Momentum, look, right, but look, you come all the way back through here. Momentum down, winner. Back to here, momentum, winner. Right, with the blue. Okay, and again, I think this, yeah, 1 hour orange line. You can see here, it's one of them areas where it is the weirdest area, right? Because let me put it this way, guys, if price is on a bottom 1 hour BB band, you're thinking up. If price is on a top 1 hour BB band, you're thinking down. But at the 1 hour orange line, you're thinking, oh my god. Okay, so at the 1 hour orange line, if you look here on the GJ, you would have had a HA blue up. Okay, at the 1 hour orange line here, you would have had a HA blue up. You understand? Right, so it's just at the 1 hour orange line, it's telling you, right, going up. Okay. There is a recording that highlights that perfect, the differences between it, perfect, which I'll try and remember which one it was and show you. Okay. Right. So anyway, you know, obviously, Steph, you're looking at it and you're thinking down. So again, Stephanie, you're just waiting for the HA blue to confirm it. That's it, right? And then once we see the blue, we'll see how to trade it. Okay, same with the GJ, we're looking for it. This is why, you know, with momentum, you need to take them directly. I'm glad you stopped it at this point, actually, MT. I think, in fact, if there's a little bit, no, where was it? I think you did them all. Well, you did 3 of them there. Yeah. If you've got the blue and you get, this was at the 1 hour orange line, by the way, guys, look, here. Right, so if you get the blue there, and momentum, get in, right, and that happened. And you had another entry here. You can use the HA whites only if you want, Stephanie. You know, it's entirely up to you. Or HA yellows, they would have disappeared if there was one there, right? And you had another one, and you can go because the white would have, well, the white was there, right? To there, and use that as your take profit if you want, Steph, as well as your stop loss. You know, and you'll notice in some of these trades, they're going like 25, 30 pips. You know, that there, easy 25 pipper. This one here, again, easy 25 pipper. Okay, right. Yes, look, this will happen where you start getting a load of blues. But this is what I'm saying, guys. If you use the opposite HA white, if you use momentum first of all for your entry, right, you wouldn't have been in this trade down. It's very likely you wouldn't have been in that trade down there, right? So you wouldn't have had to have that against you. All right, you would have been in this one down, okay? Or in fact, I need to clear that one up a bit. Let's just move on a bit just to show you. Yeah, I've shown you that one, didn't I? This one was up here, and momentum straight away was red. You can tell here momentum was red, so you wouldn't have taken that directly. Right, this one here, momentum was green. You can tell with the Jazz Cross there, right? So you wouldn't have taken that one directly. You wouldn't have been in these two trades, okay? You could be in this one because you've got momentum with the up here now. You see how it would have pulled back? It happens sometimes, guys. In fact, it happens all the time. You'll either have a pullback, right, or it'll go directly, right? But for me, if you just say to yourself, right, well, if I've got a direct arrow, I can get in with momentum, right? If momentum's against you, then wait for the pullback. Okay, so like this one here, you would now be in because it's giving momentum. Okay, some of you might want to wait for the signal. That is entirely up to you guys, right? But it is at the end of the day all about momentum. Okay, you were in here, so you've got the HA blue, back in here, momentum. Okay, so anyway, GJ, blah, blah, blah. What's it called? GU, we're waiting for the HA blue. But let's say you didn't trust this. This is the thing, Stephanie, right? This is what I'm saying here, right? Even though you see this, let's say you got in here because you were just going with the HA blue. Say you were in here, there was a HA yellow, momentum. That appears, Steph, right? Close your trade because you know they go white to white. Okay, so you just close your trade. So in effect there, Stephanie, you know, that little losing trade probably would have won you 2 pips or maybe even break even. You know, it'd cost you nothing to have a go at it, Stephanie. Okay? That appeared here. Look, this is what I'm talking about, guys. The HA blue appeared. You're getting momentum. Look, you can tell that you were getting momentum because the candles are red, plus the flat here. Right, so you're in directly with this one. All right, let's have a look what you were in at. 20, so about 18. We'll call it 17. All right, we'll call it 17. Right. You're in at 21.17. You can see it's 20 there, so we'll call it 21.17. All right. At the moment, it's 21.12, which means you're 5 pips up at the moment on that one. All right, let's pass on. There, you see, you would have won this one. You've no need to get out here. There's no HA white against you. Right, so you're in this one. Either you're going to stay in it, Stephanie, and get however amount of pips till the next HA white, or you've won your 12 pips. Okay, the GU here, look at this one. You've got momentum. Look, the wicks tell you there, and then red candles. So you're in that directly. Okay, you're still in this one. There's only 3 pips up. Right, you're still in this one because there's no HA white against you. Okay. Ooh, don't do that. Right, then the way HA white appears, that's saying 16 where it is, so let's call it 15. So your first attempt at this reversal here, Steph, right, you won 2 pips. Okay, by using that as your stop loss, Steph. Right, you didn't allow it to come up here and lose for 10 pips. You know, you actually won 2 pips. You might be in this GU down here. That one won for 12 at least. The blue is 14, so it wasn't far off what you were in from there. 14, 32, 16 pips. That's 16 pips at the moment, Steph. And if you say to yourself, well, I'll just use the HA white as my take profits and stop losses, you're doing the same thing every day, Steph. Okay, and I promise you, Steph, if you do this way, you can't lose a day. Okay, because you're always going with the same thing. Whether no matter what you think's going on here, where it confuses you, it's the HA blue that's telling you. Okay, it's the HA blue telling you what is going to happen at a possible turning point. Okay, and then Stephanie, once these get going, right, you know what happens then. You know, right, that from a daily orange line, this could come all the way back to the 4-hour orange line. Okay, so in effect, Stephanie, once this has got going, right, you're just 2-1-ing it down, because it will become a 2-1 down, or 3-0 eventually down. Okay, and that's it. That's it. It's just that turning point. And if you do it this way, using the HA whites as your stop loss, any potential early trade where you're not sure, right, cannot hurt you. At the most, Stephanie, probably 4 or 5 pips against you. But then you will catch the big ones. All right, Steph? All right, guys. So, yeah, so you, as we said, you'd be out there. You're now looking for another entry again. You might have looked at this one, but again, momentum was against you. You can tell straight away when that appeared, that was flashing green. So you shouldn't have got in there. All right, but let's say you did. Right, look, the HA white appears straight away against you. At the most there, guys, Stephanie, you would have lost 4 pips. All right, at the most. And then you wait again for the down, because the blue says down at a possible turning point. Blue says down, possible turning point. Okay? Again, if a white appears here, get out, take whatever you've got, and then wait for the next move down. Okay? So we'll have a look at these again. Yeah, so it appeared there. So again, this one, you probably want a couple of pips there. Now you want HA yellow, HA white. Momentum. Okay, this one here, HA yellow. Right? Not far off the 5-minute orange line. Get in. Okay? Look here, Steph. Again, you were going with the blue at a possible turning point. Bam. Okay? Not one yet, but you know, we'll watch it. Again, right, you were in that. HA blue appears. Up. Close your trade. And again, you know, you'd have lost next to, I don't even think you'd have lost anything there. That might have been a break even that on that one. GU. Probably you would have got momentum before the white anyway, but yeah, so you should be in there. This one's looking nice. Here. It will muck around in these areas, right? So you'd have been in there, then all of a sudden that you might have lost a few pips on that one if you waited for that. But again, it, you know, momentum would have been flashing quite a lot up there. Okay, so you would have probably just said, okay, cut my losses. All right, and again, it will get like this, guys. You know, from time to time, especially, and it generally is at the turning points. And the turning points at LT BB bands and LT orange lines. That's, you know, where it generally gets a bit messy, right? When the moves get going, prices, you know, between these orange line and BB bands, okay. And if you're with the trend, it generally breaks the BB bands, okay, because they want to create higher or lower positions, okay, to keep the trend going. Right, where was he? Right, so again, now you're back down here. Right, so again, momentum was green at the time. Did momentum flip here? No signal. We've still got the white there. You see the white's with the blue. So in effect, you don't need a HA white down here. You're not going to get a HA white down. If anything, you'll get a HA white up. All right. So you could be in this. Okay. Or you could say to yourself, well, I'll wait for a signal. It's entirely up to you on this one, guys. All right. How you enter. If you went with momentum, look at that. You know, if you just went with momentum there, guys, because the white was already in with the blue there. Pulled back. And then bang. Okay. All right. You know, you know, this blue is saying down here again, if you're getting momentum here, because it's low to this BB band and not up here, if you're getting direct momentum, then you can get in directly. All right, okay. You know, I mean, I would set for the GU, the UCAD, and the UJ, I would set an 8 pip stop loss just to be on the safe side in case, you know, there is a spike. Right? But if you're going to use the, you know, the HA whites as your exits, you'll never get near that. All right, and again, the white's already in here, the blue's there, so it'll take a HA white now to stop this trade coming down. Okay, so you could be in on that directly. All right, so let's crack on and see what happens on that. Yeah, and it's going now. You see, no HA white here, guys, up, so you're fine. Stay in. And remember that HA yellow that was there, guys? Stephanie. You know, another winning trade from here. Okay, and as I say, Steph, you don't need to use this much. Just use the HA blues for your direction and the HA whites for your stop losses, which will save you losing. Right, but once they get going, Stephanie, the moves, you know, basically you know what's going to happen then, Steph, because you know as well as I do that, you know, this daily orange line here, once this reversal setup got going, it's probably headed to the 4-hour orange line, and then you can just ignore any up blues that appear until you get there. Okay, or at least to the 1-hour orange line. All right. All right, I'm gonna crack on, flip through this one quickly. Yep, GU1, GJ, another winner there with momentum. UJ mucking around at the 1-hour orange line. Look, all this here mucking around at the 1-hour orange line, and then the blue appears. Right, could have been indirectly, might have been out there. Okay, because of the HA white, because it's a 1-hour orange line, but then momentum, boom, would have won again, and that's around the 1-hour orange line, guys, where it mucks around. Okay, look at UCAD again here. Yes, there's a blue down there, right, but you didn't get momentum. It turned green straight away, and then you got a direct entry blue there because there was plenty of momentum with it, with the white as well. So HA white would be your exit on this one. Yep, and you know, Stephanie, guys, Stephanie, it will get to a point where you're in this here, Steph, and you'll say, well, okay then, right, that's just gone, well, that's a 64, so let's say you're going at 60, okay, excuse me, that went to 20, excuse me, have a drink. Right, that went to 20 and a HA yellow appeared, Stephanie. So, you know, it'll get to a point where you're saying, I'm not waiting for a HA white, I'll just take the 40 pips there. You see what I mean, Steph? So, you had a couple of early losses early on while it was turning. That amounted to next, not even 10 pips, right? And then you caught the big one, Steph. Okay, the same with the GJ, you would have caught the big one. And with the UJ, you kept getting in. Here, Steph, in effect, look. You would have had at least 3 12 pippers there, Stephanie. Eventually, Steph, I think, you know, people are going to compound these moves using extra signals, you know, or HABB bands. And eventually, you know, somebody's going to go, first entry there, second entry there, third entry there, let's say, you know, a 1-hour blue or something up here says it's turning a 4-hour blue maybe, and then you just close all your trades. You know, that would be the way to go eventually, but we need to get people just following the system, and this to me, it just seems to be the easiest way to cut down on people's losses, to stop people wondering about directions, because in effect at every turning point, right, a HA blue is going to tell you, you know, if it's going to continue to go up or if it's going to reverse and go down like the GU and the GJ did there. Okay, and you'll be in with them. Okay, and you'll have, you know, a HA white as your stop loss, which will cut down on your losses. Put it this way, your R&R will be fantastic doing it this way, guys. And Stephanie, it's a dead simple thing to follow. I know you don't like the HA charts, darling, but these are just signals, you know. They're just signals, honey. Alright, nothing to be scared of. Anyway, let's crack on. Okay, there was direct momentum here. There was no signal against you. There was a HA yellow, but no HA white. So again, you know, without HA white, this is just going to go down. So momentum there, you could have been in again. Same here, there was no HA white down here. So momentum, it's going to go up again. Look at that. You know? And then, there you go, HA white. So, okay, out. Alright. So, you know, was there anything else I wanted to show you on that one? I can't recall. Oh, yeah, right. Just have a quick look at these here. Like, Stephanie, 1 hour BB band, 4 hour orange line. So, you think it's a possible turning point here, Steph, right? So, what should you be looking for here now? HA blue. HA blue. It just makes it so much simple to look for the HA blue. So, let's go through it. HA blue, right? Momentum, I would suspect that that's just green. There's no HA white down here, so it's like, yeah, you know, you could have got in here, right? But you would use momentum or a HA white down as your exit, okay? Or because you're at, you know, a big turning point, you might say to yourself, well, I'll tell you what, I can see the BB band flipping up here, so I will wait for it to come back down here. It's entirely up to you. If you do it this way, sometimes you'll miss the move because it'll just go. Okay, so for me, you have to get in with this and you have to risk a few early pips. Okay, because it could just go. I have seen them go, and there again, I have seen them hit the 5-minute orange line here and go like that. Okay, so, you know, it's entirely up to you what you do here, whether you wait or you just directly get in. Right, so if you did directly get in on the blue here, right, you probably lost a few pips there, but not a lot. You know, you didn't allow it to lose. You know, you might have lost, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 pips at the very, very most 4 pips there because of the HAY exit. You certainly would not have lost 10. Okay, and again, back in here. Oh no, the blue is against you there. Still very strong, but again, the blue's against you there, so, you know, you might have left it. UJ, you didn't have, sorry, GJ, you didn't have a blue up. Okay, so that was good. Bang, you would have won that one. Okay, crack on. Again, if you notice, you'll notice it starts to muck around at the turning points, right? It's just, you know, trying to turn. That's all it is. You just have to be patient and say to yourself, well, I'll lose a few, I'll win a few. Excuse me, you know, both ways, whatever. But again, Stephanie, you know, flipped up 1 hour BB band there, 4 hour orange line, 8 hour orange line, right? I know you know that you should not be taking that down, okay? No matter what, you know you shouldn't be, okay? But even if you did, Stephanie, let's say you did, you fancied it because you got mum, right? You're out here, probably out with 3 or 4 pip loss. You understand? Because you're using that. You're saying, right, okay then, I got it wrong. Bang, 3 or 4 pip loss. You just take it on the chin, move on. You know you're going to catch the big ones when they go. Right, so again, crack on. Yep. I wouldn't, you know, again, if you did take the momentum there, that would have been your exit. So probably a break even, maybe a couple of pip loss, but then this appears. Possible turning point, as you know, directly in. Stephanie will call, that says 2019, we'll call it 2020, just to make it easy for me to add up. Okay. There we go, 2020. Gone. Same with the GJ. Gone. Look at the UJ, by the way. I've not even focused on that one today. Right, that was at the 1 hour orange line, Steph. 1 hour blue appeared. You could have won that one, then the pullback, and that one. All right, so at a 1 hour orange line where you're thinking, I don't know which direction it's going to go, that told you. Okay, 1 hour BB bands. This has now told you you're in directly because momentum is just constantly flashing, right? Look on, oops. Yep, and that was over 20 pip trade, Stephanie. This one would have been similar, 48, 73, yeah. So again, you know, 20 pipper there, and look at this one, down, down. Okay, and again, these were turning points, Steph, right? And the HA Blue told you, here, this one, you know, directly in because of the all the mom, bang, you would have won, right? Then back here again, bang. And if you notice, Stephanie and all, now, right, on these, well, these two in particular, this one hasn't changed yet. If you notice now, Stephanie, right, you were in before it became a 2-1 because you were in there, right? And now look, 1, 2, 2-1 down, turned, 1, 2, 2-1 up, turned. Okay. All right. So right. So anyway, well, daughter's birthday today. Going for a meal in a bit, guys. So anyway, I'm just gonna flip through one more because this one's Friday. Because you know, again, it's a long video again. Right. This was Friday, guys. The one that caught a lot of us out, me included. I was thinking about this bias here, right? But then we noticed what happened with the HA Blues. You know, yeah, at the 1 hour orange line, basically. But I'm just going to show you from the starts anyway. You know, you would have had a HA yellow here, blue here, sorry. Up, 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 up. Right, but again, because you were going up from here to at least the orange line, right, you were 2 1s, 3 0s. There were 2 1s for the main part. Just a minute, guys. Hello. Right, we're back. Dragon making noise. Right, so yeah, and again, look, this is why you have to get in if you've got direct momentum, right? Because that can happen. Okay. And again, if you look here, if you'd got in with direct momentum there, and then it flips here, this would have been your exit. And again, Stephanie, you would have lost nothing there. Okay. All right. So 1 hour orange line. We don't know what's going to happen. Oh my God, honestly. So we don't know what's going to happen. Okay, but we're going with the blues. There was the blue. Okay, I'm not so sure if you got momentum. If you did, then you're out with that. So again, probably lost a pip. Okay, in here, not sure if you want to walk there. Might go a bit messy, the GJ, but again, we're at a 1 hour orange line, so you should be thinking, right, okay, possible turning point. Okay, but if you go with the HA Blue, this will give you the direction at these turning points. The easier turning points are the BB bands. You know that because if you're here, you're thinking down. If you're here, you're thinking up. Right, but at the orange line, it can go either way. Right? And that's that. This is the main area that will bugger a lot of people up. But again, right, we know what happened. This was Friday's session. So I'll just go and show you. Right, so you had it there, pulls back, HA yellow here, bam. Okay, this one, direct entry. Even if you direct entered on that one there, you were out here, but then you were in with that. right? Direct entry, winning that one. Okay, another one here, right? 1 hour BB band this time, right? So you're probably half expecting this to be an up signal, guys, because it's at the bottom BB band. It's around this 1 hour orange line that people will struggle. Okay, let the blue decide for you. Same here, look, you let the blue, the HA blue decide, and then it's just a matter of that. All right, so again, we know what happened here. Beautiful. 3 trades there. Okay, so again, carried on. Entry down, entry down. Just a bit short of it there, but this one's inside here, so this might go before the GU. Anyway, we'll have a look. Can't remember. Yeah, you see how it went inside a little bit? What likes to get in between here, Stephanie? So that's how you have to think to yourself. I'll get back in here. I don't need to worry about, you know, the HA charts too much. There was a blue there, right? Even if you thought about that, right? There was no white up with it. Oh, the white was there, wasn't it? The white was there, so there must be a white behind that yellow down. That's unusual. Never seen it without white down before. Oh, that's one of those. That one I think probably is. Anyway, it needed momentum, and I'm not so sure you got it there, guys. Up. Okay, and again, it's against a 3-0 in here. You know, so whether you trusted that, this is one of them where you could have just ignored it and said, no, you know what, I'll leave that one alone. You know, and wait again for that, because then it's pulled back and back down. All right, but anyway, guys, you know, it's not 100%, right? But this is probably the best way of you know, looking for direction when you're unsure. Right, and around the 1 hour orange lines, you know, even I'm unsure. How many times, guys, have you heard me say, I really don't know? And when people ask me what's going to happen here, I have no idea. And I was wrong on this particular day because it was at the 1 hour orange line, but I saw a strong bias. Right, but I was wrong because it was on the 1 hour orange line. It can go both ways. Okay. Anyway, you know what happened here. It kept going down again. You know, he had a lot of momentum there, but it's that quick, this one. It's like, would you have got in if you were already down here? You've got to be a bit sensible. All right, guys, the same with the GU. You would have been down here. Was it 10 o'clock? Yeah, it was 10 o'clock news, so you probably wouldn't have traded that anyway. Okay. That's what you would have traded. Momentum there. Bam. Okay, same with that one there. The pullback and then momentum. Bam. Okay. Again, look at the UCAD. It was around the 1 hour orange line, right? Blue, direct blue, in with momentum. Okay, anyway, let's click on again. And again, Stephanie, you know, you'd have had a good trade here, Steph. If you are thinking of getting 3 trades a day, Stephanie, 12 pips, 36 pips is enough to make you a very wealthy woman with the correct, you know, lot size plan. This is the way to do it, Steph, because it's taken away the need for you to analyze the LTs, and it's taken away the need for you to worry about what the direction is. I think, you know, you'd just be saying to yourself, well, okay, then 1 hour orange line, I'll let the blue tell me, right? 1 hour BB band, I'll let the blue tell me. You know, 4 hour orange line, I'll let the blue HA blue tell me, right? And then I'll just use, until it gets going, I'll use the HA whites as my stop loss. Okay, and then after that, Stephanie, you'll get your trades in, because you know once they get going, right, the trading zone is usually between orange line and BB band and orange line. As you see here, look, BB band to orange line, BB band. Okay, and the bigger the time frame it comes from, Stephanie, the bigger the moves. I mean, look, orange line here on the daily to the BB band. Right, what's that? That's this move here. This move here from 220 odd, 225-ish, 21.47, around about 70 pips, stuff, you know, and you just traded it using a HA blue. All right. Okay, guys, so I think, you know, it's pretty self-explanatory, the what I'm asking you to do here, and as I say, I think it will take away the need for you to worry about direction here. Okay, most of you will understand what's going to happen anyway. Okay, but the HA blue will just back you up. Do you understand? It will back you up if you think the GU is going to go down from the top top 1 hour BB band. Okay, then the HA blue will say yes. Okay, and then it's just a matter at the early stages of you know, of keeping your losses small until it gets going. All right. Okay. And again, guys, you're going to get periods like this. You just got to be a little bit sensible and say, right, okay then, you know, I won't be taking any direct entries. You start getting these BB bands flattening out here, right? You're going to take with the blue, then look for the BB bands, look for the pullbacks, and then take with the blue. Okay. You know, it's generally when this line comes inside the BB bands here, you see the coloured line, it's in between the BB bands, that's when I just look and say, right, well, it's HA yellow, HA yellow, HA yellow, you know. When they're like this, it's just running. Okay, look, straightforward 3-0s. Alright, quick, look, still going. Excuse me. And then we had a turn. Possible turn. Okay, again here, look, eventually that one pulls back to the HA rerun and bam. Same there, look, blue. Could have taken that directly, got out there. Would have probably won a couple of pips on that, but then in there again. Okay, so look, see if it went anymore. Oh yeah, that would have been a nice one as well. Look. All right, guys. So you know, Steph, if you can follow this, I think, you know, I know you've got to use the HA charts, right? But you don't have to use them once the move gets going, Stephanie. I mean, it's just at the turning points you're looking for that HA blue to confirm it's going to turn. Then it's all a matter of how do you use that blue, right? Do you get in directly with the blue? Yes, if you've got, you know, momentum's flashing your way. Yes. No, if it's flashing against you, you wait for the pullback and then another entry point. Okay, which will be the 5 EMAs if you don't want to use HA charts plus MOM, or, you know, HA BB bands, HA signals. Okay, and then Stephanie, again, obviously, you know, at the turning point, just use the opposing HA white as your stop loss, and you will just cut out these 8 to 10 pip losses, Stephanie. They'll just disappear. Your losses will be like 2, 3, 4 pips. Okay, like Hans has done. You'll see his losses are very small now. You know, in fact, as I say, Hans hasn't lost a day in over 2 weeks. Well done, Hans. And he is using the golden ticket, right? But I think he's using the blues as well. Okay, Steph. All right, guys. So that'll have to do you. Another big video, but you know, tried to get a lot in. 2 turning points off 1 video. That was the main thing. You know, and just to show you what the blues, how the blues worked at those turning points. After that, once the moves got going, guys, it's just use 2 1s, 3 0s. Okay, but at the turning points, just say, right, okay, I'll let the blue decide. All right, guys.